Jesus has been writing in the sand, and he stands up, and all the crowd have been forced to leave. And I wonder if this is the first moment where he really locks eyes with this woman. She really beholds his beauty and his majesty for the first time. And he says, "Where are your accusers? Has no one condemned you?" She says, "No one, Lord." And he says, "And I don't condemn you either. Now go and sin no more." Over this week in these podcasts, we've seen this incredibly profound journey that this woman's been on. She starts off in the guilt of a sinful act. She's brought before Jesus. Accusers have declared that she deserves to die. Jesus has taken the sacrifice and the focus on himself. And now she stands alone with Jesus. And he says, "I don't condemn you. Now go and sin no more." And the truth is that we find ourselves in that position too. We also have been on that journey of guilt and accusation, Jesus' sacrifice and the Easter story, and then we now live in this place alone with him. And how often do we find ourselves alone with Jesus, but we flip those words? And instead of hearing, "I don't condemn you, now go and sin no more," we hear, "Sin no more, and I won't condemn you." We find ourselves, although there's this journey that we've been on from guilt to accusation to sacrifice to freedom, we find ourselves still living somewhere further back in the journey. I wonder if there's people watching this podcast today that yesterday you messed up. Maybe even today you messed up big time. Maybe you just always feel like a total mess up. Shame just totally feels like it holds you every minute of the day. And you're just waiting until you can finally do something right, that you might hear the words of Jesus that say, "I don't condemn you now that you haven't sinned." But the truth is us, like her, only ever get to experience the unconditional love of God when we don't meet the conditions. And so my encouragement to you now is to realize that the place of freedom that we live in because of the Easter story, because of the wonder of who Jesus is, that he says over you and over me, "I don't condemn you." And in that place of outrageous love and outrageous grace, do we have the chance to live a life where we can go in freedom and sin no more.